All right, hello everyone. Welcome back. This is the Q&A part of the event. So we have a little bit of technical issues, so not all the speakers' faces are showing up. So I'm going to wait for the screen to settle down and also for people to come. But please ask your questions. We have a little warm up in the intro about cookies. You can also keep talking about cookies. I mean, that's fine by me. But if you have any technical questions or anything that you want to maybe share some tools that you know inspired by what you heard from our speakers, that will be great as well. So while we are, trying to get people's mind going, maybe we can just go around and have our speaker tell us a little bit about themselves. So I'm just going by the order that I'm seeing. So Madison, you're up. And yes.
All right. Well, my favorite cookie is chocolate chip. So I'll start with that as a little bit about myself. Just a little bit of background besides kind of what I covered in the talk. I'm currently working at Book Club, which is building a consumer app. And then prior to that, as was covered kind of in the talk, I was working at Techstars to build out the application that I told kind of the story about. And I've worked at various companies, mostly in the product market fit or slightly post product market fit. So where speed is really, really critical before you know if the thing's going to work. So that's the highest risk potential. So that was why I covered that. Anything else I should cover, Chiki?
No, just whatever you think you would like people to know about you and maybe the top. So yeah, okay. I just realized I should have gone by the speaker order, but oh well, it's too late. So I'm just gonna go next to Sarah. Which, yeah, well, unmuting is always taking some time. So yes.
All right. Sorry about that, everyone. I don't know if I'm.
We can hear you.
If I'm delayed. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give a little bit of background. Oh, and now there's. Okay. I'm gonna have to mute the YouTube because it's got a weird delay. Anyway, so my favorite cookie is oatmeal chocolate chip. Those are the ones that I accidentally doubled the butter, but turns out worked out great. Happy problem to have. And I'm not sure what else we're supposed to be saying. I think I gave a little bit of my bio already. Former data scientist, now startup CEO in a women's health company called Mama Mend.
Yeah.
And
that's good.
I think that's about it. I don't know. I can't really hear, so
okay.
Hopefully that's
okay. So next up is Daria. I'll give her some time to unmute herself. But yeah, just a few sentences. Hi, Daria.
Hi, I'm Daria. I'm a software engineer at Workday. I was born and raised in Colorado, in Boulder, actually, and then I went to university in Los Angeles. So glad to be home for quite a while now. My favorite cookies are snickerdoodles. I don't really like chocolate, so you can shade me in the comments if you want.
Does it have cinnamon? Like, what is snickerdoodle flavor?
Yeah, okay. Cinnamon. Not vanilla, but kind of like a nice neutral flavor.
Okay, I should try that. Well, I'm one of those chocolate chip cookie people, so. Okay, Lexi, I'll give you some time to unmute.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I am a user experience designer and researcher. I've worked for startups, big companies, and consultancies. And I'm actually coming live from New York. And in the comments earlier, the Rosebud Kane was like it was a Citizen Kane joke. That's like a really old movie. I mean, spoilers, but the movie came out 80 years ago. So favorite cookie is all cookies.
Yeah, I actually watched that movie, but that's before I had Rosebud, so didn't make the connection. So Sheila.
Hey, I'm Sheila. I am a front-end engineer at a small startup called Hatch. I have worked also at both smaller companies and larger companies, now trending towards smaller and smaller companies with every job. My favorite cookie is, like Chiki said, I don't think I've met a cookie I didn't like, but these flourless chocolate walnut cookies, very good.
Wait, flourless. So it's just
no
chocolate
flour.
and
It's
what?
just a ton of walnuts chopped up, and then cocoa powder and powdered sugar and a lot of egg whites. They're super good.
Oh, I should look that up. I've been baking cookies twice a week in this quarantine era because, well, long story, but I end up just it's fun. It's very forgiving, so you can just kind of like I like just make my started to like remix flavors. I took a lemon cookie recipe and added tea leaves to it to make like lemon tea cookie. It was pretty good.
Ooh,
So yeah. All right. So we have some questions. I'm going to go ahead and bring them in. Let's see. So Marsha asked Lexi, in usability testing, how many testers do you feel are needed to get reliable results? And promptly, Leslie become a reloading thing. So of course the tag is not in my side. So let me see. What do I need to do? Ah, she's back. Okay, I hope. Did you hear the question? Let's see.
So the question is in usability. Yes. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I got one of the terrifying messages of your connection is bad, of like, oh no, right when the question comes. Okay, so the question is, in usability testing, how many testers do you feel are needed to get reliable results? So it depends on how different your groups of users are. For just like, if you're running your first usability test, I would say you can get strong results from as few as 3 people. If you are doing a really complex application, or if you know that you have 2 or more very distinct groups of users. Like for example, I was recently working on a banking application where you had like super insane, makes a bazillion trades a day, bankery type users, and then we also had just ordinary person with checking account type users. And so in that case, you would need more than 3 or 5 users. You would probably need 2 separate groups of users. But if you're running a basic usability test, especially if you're just getting started and getting comfortable with it, I would say 3 to 5 users.
Great, thank you. We have another question, so let me bring that up. So this is directed to medicine. Could you say a little more about the advantages of serverless versus Docker for building quickly? You are muted.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. So I'll go kind of back to the story. So we decided to use serverless because it gave us some advantages as far as having our server-side code directly next to our front-end code. And so it became really, really easy and quick to iterate. Plus, both of us, there was one back-end engineer, one front-end engineer, and both of us could move really seamlessly from back-end to front-end and deploy really quickly using Cloud Functions and the Firebase platform. We did look at using Docker and deploying a Kubernetes cluster, but we were going to run into some configuration around load balancing and kind of managing those clusters that we wanted to avoid just for the fast deployments, since we were just trying to get ship code as quickly as possible and then kind of reduce our complexity of the system. And in this case, just to mention, our system was relatively simple for a user application, so we didn't need kind of any complex infrastructure that Docker is really good at handling.
Great. Okay. So you can click and hide this banner. So okay, cool. So right now those are the only 2 questions. I mean, we have other comments about cookies because cookies. So I'm going to leave it up a little bit because I kind of want to explain what's next. And then if there are more questions, I'll help them. Well, I guess I will ask them for the people who ask. So hopefully people enjoyed this event. I hope that we can do more online events. But right now, I don't really have any particular speaker or topic lined up. So if you have some ideas of topics you're interested in, put it either in the comment of the meetup page itself or in the YouTube. I will try to check both places. And probably if the premiere works well, I can do this again. So it's a pre-recorded video and everybody watch it together. Or if it's a single speaker, I think we can just do a live presentation and then I'll be the moderator again. So it'll be just me and one speaker, and then that speaker can share their screen with their voice and their face on the side. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. But if you're like, no, I want multi-speaker, I want lightning talk, this was great, I would love to hear that too. I mean, this is like new adventure for everyone. So I really want to make it work and I will need your help. So hope this is a good event. I think there's one more question, so I'm going to bring that up. Let's see. So this is for Sheila. What's the most useful way design teams can provide feedback when testing? I guess in relation to prototyping.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think the most important thing is to validate that the prototype is functioning as they expected for whatever feature you're building. And then the prototype is also a good place where you or the designer might discover edge cases that weren't taken into account when the design was built. So that's another thing they can help test and verify that you're covered there.
Cool. All right, so I'm going to close this off. Let's see if this works. So everybody unmute themselves. So because we're going to do a round of applause, we can't hear people on the other side of the live stream, but at least the 6 of us can clap hands. So yay! All right, thank you so much, all the speakers. And what else? Maybe we'll do another event like this or something similar. I think. There was a delay of claps. Yeah, technical issues. But I think overall it went really well. So take care, everyone, and then maybe see you in the next event. Bye.